Hey mamas, and welcome back to another episode of the Knitting Mamas podcast. I am super excited to talk to you today about some of my favorite ways of using essential oils in combination with your knitting hobby and routines, but also in a few other ways that will help you immediately or almost immediately reduce the stress that you're feeling in the moment and overall in the long run. So let's get started with this episode where I'm going to share my 4 favorite ways of using essential oils for stressed moms. Let's go. Hey there, mama. Welcome to the Knitting Mamas podcast. If you're a mom who's tired of feeling exhausted and longing for some well-deserved self-care and rest, you are in the right place. I know that finding time for yourself as a busy mom can feel like an impossible puzzle. But guess what? You don't have to compromise anymore. Hi, I'm your host, Nadine Medina, and just like you, I am a mom, wife, and also a happy knitter. Over my 15 years of motherhood, I have been on a journey to discover how to truly recharge without the guilt and the never-ending quest for perfection. The secret? It's all about progress, not perfection. By focusing on simple routines, natural wellness solutions, and the cozy art of knitting, I found the path to feeling whole and content. And on this podcast, I am sharing it all with you so you can do the same. Are you ready to find simple solutions to set yourself free from mom guilt, to take more time for yourself to truly rest, and to use your knitting skills for a mindful routine that creates space in your life so you can breathe easier? Let's take a deep breath, grab those knitting needles, and say goodbye to mom stress. Together, we'll create a supportive community that encourages you to prioritize self-care while juggling all your responsibilities. Sound good? Let's do this. All right, let's get started with this episode. I am so excited because these essential oils that I'm going to talk about today have been helping me feel more relaxed, conquer my stress as a super busy mom of 3 kids for the last almost 10 years. So clearly they work because I'm still using them every day. And I just want to kind of show you a couple of ways that you can incorporate these into your busy life and feel an almost immediate return on your investment, if you will. So I have 4 ways that I'm going to present to you today that are super easy to use, that are going to, like I said, have an immediate effect on you. And I would love for you to just grab a pen and paper because I'm also having a small recipe for you that you can jot down, that you can use, hopefully really soon. And if you are wanting to grab some of these essential oils that I'm talking about in this episode, I'm going to put the link in the show notes for that as well. Before I get into the 4 ways we're using these oils to really help you with your daily stress, I wanted to personally invite you to join the Knitting Mamas community. It's a free Facebook community where we're actually talking about natural wellness tips. We talk about knitting and knitting tips as well. We talk about morning routines and how you can incorporate those into your life, making more time for yourself, and therefore, just achieve a little bit more balance in your life as a busy mom. So come join the community. It's fun over there. We have lots of fun topics to talk about. And tomorrow we're going to have our very first Knit and Chill Circle, which I have been so excited about and for. It's going to be a little knitting / fireside chat where we're going to talk about all kinds of topics. It can be related to motherhood. It can be related to, how to combat your stress levels, but also, of course, to knitting. So if you're coming with your knitting questions, you're very welcome to ask them. Bring your projects. If you're not knitting yet, also totally fine. This is a community for beginners as well. And just come and, hang out with us. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. So link also in the show notes for the Knitting Mamas community on Facebook. The Knit and Chill Circle happens tomorrow. We're going to make it a monthly thing. The first one will be in the afternoon, but I am planning on doing those in the evenings as well so that some of you guys who can't make it in the afternoon are still able to join. All right, let's get into my favorite ways of using essential oils. There's not just 4 ways of using these. There's countless ways of using essential oils, but let's start with these 4, especially for those of you who are new to essential oils. This is going to be so very simple to use. So tip number 1, diffuse your essential oils every day. That can be an absolute game changer. So when you grab your essential oils, you also can grab a diffuser. There's many different ways to get started with them, and I'm not going to get into detail today in this episode, but if you're following me on Instagram, you may have seen me talk about the starter bundles, and those include a diffuser. So you definitely want to have a diffuser when you start using your essential oils. And just a quick word on quality. It's super duper important that you don't just grab a random essential oil from the grocery store. Unfortunately, they're not all the same quality. So the ones I use, I have the link in the show notes for you to check them out. And a diffuser is also available on that same website. But diffusing your oils daily, not to go too much into all the reasons why it works and how it works, because there's like so much science involved. And honestly, it's not my strong suit to really talk into the science of it. But what matters to me as a mom who's busy, who, needs to just be chill and calm throughout the day so I can react as positive and calmly as possible to anything that's thrown at me. I need these things to work, and they do, and that's what matters. So I can tell you for sure that when I diffuse my essential oils on a daily basis, things change. Like, people are more focused, people can sleep better, people get sick less, and most importantly, people are chilled for the most part, especially me. So and there is another way to actually diffuse the oils too and have that same kind of effect, is just by putting a drop in your hand and cup it over your face and inhale deeply. So you get the same kind of effect. When you diffuse it though, your entire family gets the benefit and not just you. So that's really amazing. It's always my first tip to anybody who wants to get started, because it's so easy to do. It takes 30 seconds to load up your diffuser, and then it's on for hours and hours. Favorite oils that I like to diffuse daily are any combination with citrus oils, and you can already imagine how that's mood lifting, uplifting, like makes you feel happy. It's like sunshine in a diffuser, even on a day where it's cloudy like here today. Another favorite of mine is Stress Away. You'll hear me talk about Stress Away forever and ever, amen, because it is, well, number one, it's the first oil that I ever opened when I first got my essential oils. And it is still one of the oils that I reach for every single day. It goes in my bath. It goes in my diffuser. It goes on my chest at night. It does what it says, and I love it so much. Okay, tip number 2. This is where you want to make your note. We have a recipe for you actually today, and this is a Epsom salt detox bath. For me, this has been a ritual and a routine that I've incorporated into my week, at least once a week, for so many years. I can't even count anymore. Probably as many years as I've been using oils, so like close to 10. The benefits of an Epsom salt bath for relaxation and also, of course, detox are countless. So better sleep, obviously, but also detoxification of your body. Just kind of calms you down at the end of a crazy day. I do mine on Sunday nights. It's not like my Sundays are crazy, but it's just a great way to kind of start into the week with a really good night's sleep. And here's the quick recipe that I use for my Epsom salt bath. Super simple, really. There's different recipes out there, but I'm keeping it very, very simple. And I also have the link at the bottom here in the show notes that leads you to a blog post that has different combinations of essential oils that you can use in your detox bath. Depending on how you feel, what your mood is, what you're trying to achieve, there's different combos that you can use. So I start with 1 cup of Epsom salt, roughly. Not super big on measuring over here, so I'm just kind of trying to go, by eye measurement. You put a tablespoon of baking soda and mix it together with the Epsom salt. It's great to have like a little glass container to put these into before you throw them into your bath water. And then after that, you put about 10 to 15 drops of your essential oil of choice in there. Again, one of my faves, my Stress Away, combined with lavender and sometimes frankincense, but I also use an oil blend called Release often for my bath because it just helps with releasing any negative thoughts, or helping you not even have those thoughts. Like at night they keep me up sometimes and I just don't need that. So that Release oil really helps a ton with that. And if you wanted to, you can even add a little coconut or avocado oil in your bath water, not directly into the Epsom salt, and just kind of swish it around, and that really helps with soft skin after the bath is done. But so mix your oils, the Epsom salt and the baking soda together in your glass container that you chose. It has to be glass, shouldn't be plastic. There's a couple of reasons for that, but just trust me on that. Make sure it's a glass container. Just a mason jar is fine. You can also, if you have a lid for it, you can just put the lid on and shake it really well, and that way it all mixes together. And then as the bath is running, you can just kind of pour it in so that it mixes around really well. That is such an amazing way to unwind. I actually recently met a lady who was like, yes, I do that every night. And I was like, my God, why am I not like her? Like, I need to do that every night. I'm getting to a point where I'm doing it once to twice per week because it's just so amazing. I usually watch my favorite TV show while I'm in the bath. If any guesses what that is. I know a lot of you guys know that I love watching Friends, but my TV show of choice for my detox bath every week is Gilmore Girls. And I watch about 20 minutes and then I'm done. And with that, it takes me about a year to go through the entire, however many seasons there are, and then I start over. Just a little side note. It's fun, right? I would love to hear what your favorite show is that you keep going back to. Just on a side note, has nothing to do with this episode, but that's just always fun to find out. But you can also just hang out, listen to music, maybe read a book. I have never tried to knit in the bath because I think I would just be too clumsy and my entire project would just get wet. So see if you can do that or not. I don't know if it works, but let me know if it does. Okay, moving on. Tip number 3. I am a huge fan of meditation, and I really do strongly believe that everybody who is saying that they don't have time, that they feel overwhelmed, should at least give it a very good try before they say, that's not for me. And when you do try it, using your essential oils is actually going to just kind of emphasize the effect and just make that calming effect just deeper for you. And the way I use it is just simply put it on my wrist or on my chest before I start meditating. It's just like a tiny little ritual too. You start your meditation, you put your headphones on, you got your oil next to you, you could put it on your wrists, you take a couple of deep breaths, and it just kind of like, calms you down in that moment already before you even start meditating. So it's so amazing. A couple of personal favorites that I use to meditate is frankincense, lavender, again, stress away because it goes with everything, and bergamot is a really nice one as well. And again, this is something I've been doing for so long. Sometimes I don't meditate super regularly, but every time I meditate, I use my oils. They're literally right next to my meditation cushion, and it just makes it so much better. And did you also know that essential oils kind of give you this good feeling because of the way they smell? Like, it's like the sense of smelling can actually create a comforting feeling because it might remind you of something that is really comforting. And when you do use an oil for an extended period of time for something that's actually having a positive effect on you, you will associate that smell of the oil with that positive effect. And it's just going to amplify all that positivity and that really great calming effect on your body. It's just so incredible and really, really amazing to explore and think about. Okay, last tip. And this is a fun one for the knitters, which I hope all of you guys are by now. So tip number 4, add essential oils to your knitting project. Either directly to your project. You just want to be a little bit careful when the oil is not clear. So some oils have a little tint like a yellowish color, depending on what they are, like an orange or a lemon has like a yellow color. So you want to make sure that you don't put that on any light knitting projects. But any of the clear ones, you can just pop right onto into your skein in the middle, so that when you unwind as you knit and the yarn keeps coming out, you actually get the benefits of the aroma coming from that essential oil, which is like so cool. When I first tried that, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think of it before. So another simple way, if you want to avoid having any stains on your project, is literally just simply put it on your chest, or depending on the color of clothing that you're wearing, if it's a dark color, you can also put a tiny drop on your collar on the top of your shirt, and just inhale and, just enjoy the benefits of the aroma as you knit. And since that's already relaxing, this is just going to take it up a level. And really soon, you're not going to want to do any knitting without your oils. Trust me, it's been just a game changer. I just love it so much. Of course, you can also have a diffuser right next to you in your knitting area. But, if you're going and taking your knitting on the go, it's just easier to have the bottle in your purse as well, and just pop it on whenever you're ready to knit. Trust me, it's going to make it so much better. So that was my 4 tips of how I use essential oils for the most part in my life to combat my stress levels. There's so many more ways of using essential oils for various other things. Like I mentioned in the beginning, focus. You can use them for sleep. You can use them to boost your immune system, for cleaning, for toxin-free cleaning in your home. So many things. Skincare. Whatever. There's countless ways of using them. I love them so much. If you have any questions about them, I'm always here to help. You can text me or send me a message on Instagram in my DMs, or you can just leave me a comment anywhere where you can find me. You can reply to my email if you get in my emails, and I'm happy to help you with any questions about essential oils that I'm hopefully able to answer. Until we see each other again on this podcast, I hope you are doing well, Mama. I hope you're taking your time to knit, to do your self-care, to just guilt-free relax whenever you need it, and leave the things that have to get done for just a couple more minutes, because they're still going to be there. Take that time for yourself, because you are going to be so much better for it. And I hope to see you in the Knit and Chill Circle tomorrow afternoon. And if not, I'm going to see you in the next episode next week. Until then. Hey Mama, I hope you've soaked up some great ideas from today's episode. Remember, a happy mom makes for a happy fam. If today's chat hit home with you, it would mean the world if you could leave a 5-star written review on iTunes. Your review will help other moms discover our community and embrace guilt-free self-care. Also, if you're scrolling through Instagram, why not snap a screenshot of this episode for your stories? Don't forget to tag me at The Knitting Mamas so that I can shout you out on my page as well. Plus, that way we can stay connected and spread the self-care magic. Oh, and have you heard about our cozy Facebook community? It's a guilt-free zone where we share relaxing routines, essential oils, and knitting adventures, and so much more. Come join us today at bit.ly/knittingmamas, and let's unwind together. Until we chat again, take care, Mama. And remember, looking after yourself is not selfish. It's essential for that balanced life. Catch you soon right here on the Knitting Mamas podcast.